What's going on, everyone? We're switching up project updates this time. We're going to do car to car rather than all the cars in one video. So we're getting ready for the 22nd PPG Nationals, Goodguys PPG Nationals in Columbus. So we have a couple cars that we're taking over there. So we'll start off with this one. This is Larry's 1970 Boss 302 that Mark's been working on. So we have it on the lift first. So we're just gonna walk around under it before we bring it down and show you the rest of the car. So what's going on under here, Mark?
So of course 9-inch and gear effects prepared rear axle, you know, and then it's got their DSE floater. I think it's the C6 floater we'll use on this, and bare brakes, and of course JRI shocks and
Double adjustables.
You got it, double adjustables.
Cool.
And our quadra-link rear for the Mustang. You know, so.
What are we doing for a rear gear ratio on this?
This has got a 389 in it. That's usually the magic combo for the T56 Magnum. We simply put in everything, just a good combo. But,
cool.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's that up there? What do you got
So
going on
this
there?
is right. This is pretty creative. So we took one of our God, what is that? The oil separator cans for like the LS.
Yeah.
And I shortened it and used it for a rear end vent. So,
Okay.
so rear end vent.
That's actually pretty cool. I didn't even know that was on there.
So yeah. And then
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah, Earl's fittings, of course. So
yeah, the Ultra Pro hoses.
Got it.
And you did that throughout the whole entire thing,
yeah,
right?
it's the whole car. So
Cool.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And,
So yeah, you said it's got a T56.
Yeah, T56 Magnum. We get that from Mark Bowler. He's a good dude. Takes care of us.
Yeah, always. Pretty much everything we do over here gets a Bowler trans.
Yep.
And then this big old oil pan with that aluminum frame.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know the engine on this car is pretty special. So when we bring it down, we'll talk about it more. But you can see that everything you color match, so it kind of looks.
We tried to do a
factory.
retro throwback to 1970. So just power steering pumps, same color it would be if back in 70, and then the engine. And we had the aluminum frame, powder coated black, so just kind of. Yeah,
I love that touch too.
Yeah.
That way, because I mean, you know, with the natural aluminum, it just kind of sticks out from under the car, so this kind of blends in a little more.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And what size are these
Those
tires?
Are 295. What are they? 295.
Yeah, 295 35s.
18 on a 10-inch wheel. Ford's line.
FL 500.
Yeah,
I
FL
think.
500. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And then the rear, they're
345 35 19s. That is a 19 by 13 on the rear.
So I remember at one point you were telling me on the actual Boss cars, they kind of they flare
so
that.
You'll see the fender right here. Normally your normal Mustangs has this, but if you look, it disappears.
Oh yeah, it kind of like rolls up into there. And they did that from the factory?
They did. There's a wire edge inside of this. So the Boss 302s and Boss 429s had this.
That's awesome.
The reason they done that, they put 15 by 8s on those cars. So they have a little bit more aggressive tires. So
okay.
The clearance.
So is it the same thing in the rear as well?
No, they didn't do the rear.
No?
It's just the front. So.
But is this quarter, is it wider than usual, or just
the rear quarter is exactly the same as it was.
Well,
the only thing we did was put our tubs in it. So.
Yeah, it's plenty of tire back there. So all right, let's we'll lower it down and check out the rest of the car. All right, we got it on the ground now, so just tell me about it. What do you got going on?
We'll start with the front here. So took the bumpers, advanced plate, and took care of some of those. We actually just got those in Friday and finished putting those up this morning. But
and that is a tight gap. That's close.
Yeah, they done a great job. They keep it straight. So.
That's good.
Yeah. So JW speaker, fog lights, and truck light LED headlights. So grill's pretty much stock. We had the trim straightened and polished. Kind of stayed. Can't really fix nothing that's broke, you know.
Yeah, I mean, when this car came in too, it had how many miles were on it?
38,000 miles on this car. You know?
Yeah, all original. Yeah. I mean, it was in pretty good shape when we got it. One of the better cars we've gotten, so and definitely helps.
One of the things I've always liked about these cars is the marker lights. They're just the shape of them and the way they fit the fender.
Yeah, they kind of go along with that body line there.
And I didn't really. I was like, man, we can't shave those. I shaved the ones in the rear, but this kind of worked out good because on the other side, that's where the air intake is. And I just deleted it, and it's got a screen in here, so it's kind of a fresh air intake for the other side.
The other side
here.
Cool. Let's head over there and check that out.
But yeah, it's functional as much as it is.
That's awesome.
Got some eye appeal too. So.
And this too, that
same
one's functional
thing
as well.
Yep.
Sweet.
So, but you know, the Michael and Austin, they painted the stripe on the hood. Larry didn't like the stripe going across the top of the hood.
So he kind of just cut it off there.
And Ellie Jones didn't put his. He deleted the stripe off the top of his, and kind of a throwback to that too. So.
Yeah, and I love those graphics too. They're kind of
those are
holographic a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, those are like if you were restoring a car, those are just straight up stock replacement ones.
That's awesome. Let's check out under the hood, because I think that's probably the coolest part of this whole entire car.
So another thing we did, we got some retro hood pins, and these are quick latch. So little
push the button and it opens right up. Yep. That's awesome.
And then 400, I think it's 406 inches of 32 valve AccuFab mod motor.
And this was the Engine Masters engine,
yeah,
right?
2013 Engine Masters. I think you run it up with this to another engine that was very similar to this.
Yeah, no, that year there was like there were a handful of mod motors.
Yeah, that was the last year mod motor. They outlawed them in the Engine Masters competition. So,
I mean, it makes sense too. I mean, this thing, it was, I think during Engine Masters, it was like 738 or 736 horsepower, and
yeah, it was something
and
crazy.
it's awesome, especially out of just 400 cubic inch mod motor. I mean, that's pretty much the most you can get out of these
at the
things.
time. That was the biggest engine, biggest cubic inch anybody had got out of one of these. So.
Yeah, so it's 5.4 base, right?
Yeah, it's a GT500 aluminum block, Ford GT supercar heads, and then everybody that's a Mustang person recognizes the intake. So that's a 2000 Cobra R intake. There's only,
and they didn't make any aftermarket or no reproduction. It's pretty much
that came off of
whatever it is,
off of a wrecked car, or come off of a car that somebody replaced the intake with something else.
So yeah, I mean, pretty much to get one of those, you need to be lucky to find one.
Yeah, I think he said he just paid $2,500 just for the upper plenum for this. So
that's crazy.
It's just part of the intake.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, the air intake
comes
right into the fender and sucks air in from there. That's awesome. And tell me the story about the alternator pulley
everybody
and the fuel
gives
rails.
a crap about the gold alternator. So Boss 302s had a gold alternator pulley on them. They were larger diameter, and then I done the gold fuel rails because it's fuel injected, obviously, and
they had the gold
carburetor,
carburetors.
gold ollie carburetor. So we got gold fuel rails. So
just kind of paying a little bit of homage to that. I mean, it looks great too.
Yeah.
I mean, it flows, just all the colors, and this thing really just takes up all that room you can get in this engine bay.
Yep.
It's
and
awesome.
The silver on the intake and the valve covers were kind of a same as like the valve covers on the Boss 302 were aluminum finish, so we come up with something that kind of rolled with
just
that
matched
theme.
it.
Yeah.
And decided to bolt in the strut tower deletes that we sell.
Yeah, because the headers are really close. These are custom made headers I made, and then they're 4 individual tubes with a slit fit collector. So they're very tight.
So to ease of access to them, to get them off, you got to make that bolt on.
Something else we did is master cylinder reservoirs. Matt and Machine Shop, he made those for us actually. And,
really? I didn't know that. I thought they were CNR. Right?
No, he made those. We bought the fill caps from SRI, and then he made the rest because those are not threaded, and it's got a rubber grommet.
Oh, so just it's push fit.
Yep. So
I know. I see the. Remember the engine harness that Jason did? Quick disconnect. So if you ever have to pull the engine or trans, it's just nice and easy.
Mil spec connectors. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, no troubles with those.
Cool. Let's go to the interior, see what's going on there, because I know you wanted to keep it kind of factory appearance.
We're missing this, the flush mounted glass. So it's just basically a stock replacement glass that's fit to the car. Raise the window channels, and window beds, and then shrink the gap up to it. So
that's a lot of work.
Michael and Austin, they done their magic, made the gap straight. So
Yeah, it's pretty looking. And same thing with the drip rails too.
Shave the drip rails, and then the rear glass, same treatment.
So it's the little touches that not everyone thinks about, you know, that just make the car look 10 times better.
So not a whole lot going on in here. It's pretty much stock interior. The seats, those are Recaros that Wayne and Pam over in Alabama. What's the name?
M&M. Yeah, M&M Hot Rod Interiors.
Yeah, M&M. Yep. We just sent the seats to them and said, hey, we wanted to look like 69 Mach 1 seats. I know this is not a Mach 1, but the Mach 1 had the comfort weave interior. The seats are real comfortable. So
yeah, you can't beat that too.
Yeah,
it's nice and soft.
It's just a retro touch.
So I mean, it looks factory, but I mean, there's still, with these seats, there's plenty of bolster in them too, so you're not slipping and sliding around. And this is, I mean, it's kind of grippy too, so they won't slide around in the interior. And I mean, it's just, it's nice and simple, and that's kind of what I know, that's what Larry wanted. Just he wanted it like Ford would have done from the factory. So
yeah, he didn't want to change much. He liked the way it was. So
and rear seat delete as well.
Yeah, so the rear seat delete, I made all the trim and the panel, and Robert McCarter, he covered all the, he done all the carpet in the car. So we used a stock, what is that, cut loop pile? That's one of the two. But anyway, it makes it look like the seat has been folded down with the trim, everything. So
looks good, really good. But, yeah, I mean, like we keep saying, it just looks factory, and that's the best part about it. Even the gauges. Yeah, we had
sent those out to Redline Gauge Works. I've used him on a project long time ago, and he does a really good job staying with this like stock looking theme, but then he re-screen prints the fronts, and everything's digital, so looks pretty cool.
Cool. I know another part I want to talk about is these door decals. It's not on
the
that
other
one.
side.
It's on the other side. Okay.
So let's say something about the dash. The dash. So this is not an air-conditioned car. An air-conditioned car, they cut a hole in the middle of the dash there.
Okay.
So Larry bought this dash pad at a swap meet back in 1978, and then I was like, "Oh, this thing's too nice. I don't want to cut a hole in it." So
you got another one?
No, what I come up with is those dash vents are for air conditioned vents. So they had the outside ones or the stock ones, and then they had one in the center. So I got another set. The inside one here is the outside one over there.
Okay.
So
I didn't even notice that.
Yep.
Just, I mean, if the dash pad is too nice, I mean, you have to cut it up would be a shame.
It was an original dash pad. It was perfect.
Yeah.
So I was like, I couldn't bring myself to cut it. So.
And hey, that's a lot coming from you. I'm sure if it was a Camaro, you would have just been like, yeah, go ahead, let's cut it. But being the Ford guy that you are, I mean, you can't do that. So yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about, because I know you bought the
so a friend of mine, his family does it. His name is David Osborne. It's Osborne Reproductions, and that's what they specialize in, is making all the reproduction decals for these cars and instruction manuals and stuff. But anyway, we had him to go in and add the correct size tire and wheel for this car.
So yeah, it says Pilot 18, Pilot 19 under the optional tire,
and then you got some little fine print on the bottom.
I don't think I could get that in focus, but it says for sustained high speeds and hauling ass, see Detroit Speed. So just the little touches. I mean, if you just open up the door, it just looks like a, you know, your average tire decal, but you know, there's something special that's kind of hidden in that, and I know Larry appreciates those touches. And let's see the one in the trunk. I know that.
Yeah, there's another one in the trunk. It's pretty cool. So
I know that was your little joke with Larry.
So yeah, there's no space. These things had a space saver spare in them. They were small, and of course we do our deal in the rear, and nobody wants to put a spare tire in a car.
No,
like this,
so no spare. Call a friend. Cause yeah, you're not fitting a spare in there. I mean, you could. I mean, essentially, there's enough space, but I mean, it looks too good to stick a spare tire in there and
you don't
have that ugly car. Yeah. So yeah, Optima battery. Put those in pretty much everything.
Yeah, that's one of our battery hold downs. So,
yeah, you can find that on our website. We sell a whole relocation kit for it. So I mean, that goes in every project we do here. Yeah, it looks good.
And again, the
I
rear
love
bumper. It's a,
Yeah, you tuck that as well.
yep.
So I mean, that just stuff like that just makes the car. I mean, it looks factory. That's the best part about it, and the gap's even all the way around. So yeah, you did an amazing job on the car. Everyone else involved with the car, I mean, everyone just worked so hard on this thing, and we're excited to bring it to Columbus and
Yeah,
and see what happens.
Larry's supposed to be at Columbus. He hasn't seen the car like this yet. He hasn't.
Yeah.
So last time he seen it, all the sheet metal was off of it. The engine was sitting in it. And it's been quite a.
It was probably 6 months ago or something like
He
that.
hasn't
So
seen it. So it's a shame I couldn't be there to see it, because I'll be just excited for him.
yeah. So yeah, he'll get to see his car for the first time next weekend, and at least the first time since it's been fired up, running, driving, and pretty much a complete car ready to go. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this. We'll have another video coming for you soon on Bob Golick's 69 over there, 69 Corvette. Matt and Jason are cranking away at that thing, so give it a couple days, we'll have a video for that, and then yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Thanks, Mark.
Yep.